Under the endless blue sky where the horizon melts into the earth, there is a hum, a rhythm, a heartbeat of steel and wind, a bike waiting for its rider, a journey waiting to be written not in ink, but in the dust of roads and the whispers of speed. Fazza mounts the saddle, his hands gentle yet firm upon the handles, his eyes carrying that familiar spark of freedom, and the world ahead is no longer a map of limits, but an open canvas where poetry is painted with motion. The engine roars like a desert lion waking from sleep, its growl rising, steady, hungry for the path, and with one breath the tires kiss the ground, rolling faster, faster until the wind itself becomes a companion clinging to his shoulders. He is no longer bound by gravity, no longer contained by walls or the weight of silence. He is a rider in a universe of sound and speed, and the bike is not a machine. It is a winged creature, loyal and alive, carrying him into places where time dares not follow. The road bends like a verse written by destiny, each curve a stanza, each straight line a refrain. The rider leans, body flowing with the steel beast, and it is as if two souls merge. Man and bike, heartbeat and engine, both singing the same song of freedom. Fazza smiles beneath his helmet, feeling not the distance covered but the life embraced. Because a ride is not about reaching the end. It is about dissolving into the journey itself. The desert stretches on both sides, vast and golden, whispering secrets of old. Camels in the distance turn their heads, as if bowing to the rider who dances with the wind. Every grain of sand seems to rise in applause, every dune curving like a wave frozen in time. The bike hums over asphalt that gleams like a river, and in that hum lives the memory of ancestors, who once rode horses across these very lands. Now the horse is of steel, its mane the wind, its hooves spinning wheels that carve music into the ground. The poet within Fazza watches and writes silently. He feels the pulse of life in the handlebars, the poetry of freedom in the speed that blurs the horizon. There is no sickness here, no sorrow, no confinement. Only the sky stretching forever, only the rider becoming part of the world itself. He thinks of how riding teaches him patience and courage, how every brake, every acceleration is a dialogue, a conversation between man and machine, trust built like love, unspoken but unbreakable. The ride carries him into cities alive with light, where glass towers reflect the sun like mirrors of eternity. He glides between them as if slicing through time, his reflection flashing for a moment, before vanishing into the river of traffic. Children point, men nod, and even the air seems to part respectfully, knowing that this rider is not just moving. He is writing verses with every turn of his wheels. And when the night descends with its velvet cloak, the bike becomes a comet streaking across streets, its headlights burning like a star. Under the pale light of the hospital ward, where silence drapes itself like a curtain of glass, and every breath is measured, fragile, there is a story that belongs to the heart of a poet. It is not just the tale of pain, nor only the shadows of medicine and whispered prayers, but a tapestry of endurance, faith, and love woven together. Here, in this place of healing, Fazza's voice becomes the wind that moves gently through the corridors, speaking not of despair, but of the strength hidden in the soul when tested by storms. The ward smells of antiseptic and roses brought by loved ones, and on every bed lies a journey unseen, a diary of courage written not with ink, but with tears, patience, and soft murmurs of hope. Doctors move like guardians of destiny, nurses like angels cloaked in white wings of duty, and visitors carry prayers that tremble like candles in their hands. Yet deeper than all of this, there is the heartbeat of a poet walking among them, seeing in every sigh a poem, in every bandaged wound a symbol of survival, and in every closed eyelid a dream waiting to reopen. He walks slowly, listening to the machine's hum, to the rhythm of lives stitched delicately by wires and tubes, and he writes without paper, carving verses into the silence of the ward. He remembers that the desert too can bloom after long droughts, that falcons can soar again even after the storm, that horses can run with wounded legs, and still carry pride in their noble stride. So he whispers to the patients who lie between worlds, telling them that their spirits are stronger than the pain seated in their bodies. The hospital walls are not prisons. They are temporary shells of protection, like tents that shield from sandstorms in the desert. Inside them, the body mends, but more than that, the spirit learns patience. For patience is not silence. It is not weakness. It is a fire burning slowly, a dawn waiting to rise, a lesson written by fate's own hand. And Fazza's words spread like air unseen, entering ears, entering hearts, carrying strength to the fragile ones, who needed a reminder that even in sickness, they are kings and queens of endurance. He recalls his ancestors, warriors of the desert who bore wounds of battle, yet returned to camp with honor blazing in their eyes. What are these hospital wounds but another battlefield? What are these scars but medals of survival? Every drop of sweat, every moment of pain, is not loss, but proof of resilience. And so he tells them, your struggle is not hidden. The heavens record every sigh you release, every tear your mother wipes from her eyes, every prayer whispered by a father beside your bed. None of it vanishes. All of it becomes part of the unseen poetry of life. The night in the ward is heavier than the day. Machines blink like constellations. Soft alarms echo like distant owls in the wilderness. Here the poet sits by a window, watching the stars beyond the glass,